Right guys, I'm full of chicken and we're on our way to the Mantic Open day. I'm here with the maniac, Mr. Stevie.
Good day.
Driving along like a maniac. So, are you excited?
Really excited. I've got me spending money. Don't think I'll be coming back with a lot.
What have you got your eye on today?
Anything and everything. If Bolt Action's there, with a few decent looking German models, I might have to pick some up.
Yeah, it is rumoured that Warlord are putting in an appearance. As you can see guys, countryside. Lovely blue skies.
It's beautiful.
Searing heat. It's a good thing I remembered my sunglasses. Here we are guys. There's Fear GFX's house. There's his uncle's house. There's all his friends' houses. We're not going to pop in and see him. I'm sure his girlfriend doesn't want him to be disturbed at the moment. We might drop in on him on the way back if she's out. We'll see. There's some shady dealings going on here in the back of this car.
Shut up.
No, I don't want the green. Stop selling me green, will you? Don't want any more. I've got 3 bags.
Legally, I don't have to blur out your face either.
Look, I've had enough now.
Is he still hiding?
See, this is the problem when they give out these crazy bags and crazy boxes with all the weird stuff in. People start trading out the back of their cars.
I'm not sucking green, man.
Don't show my car.
Oh, and there's Spud over there.
I'll do it that, yeah.
Looks like he's up to no good.
Sending an extra bit of fundage.
Some dodgy dealings going on there with the Dan Bringer.
Yeah, man.
I think some goods are changing hands over there. There we go. Let's see what these crazy cats are doing. The Dan Bringer. How much have you spent today, Mr. Dan Bringer?
Just play it.
Too much.
17.
£17. That's not much.
50p. Yeah?
That's not bad at all. Mr. Pez, how much
I've been doing nothing, man.
How much have you spent?
Nothing.
How much have you spent legally, not out the back of people's cars?
Things that I bought with money.
Yeah.
I bought another copy of Loca because it was ridiculous. It was like £20 with the £5 off.
It's so cheap you couldn't afford not to buy another copy.
I think I'm saving money here. I've saved £20. I'm up £20 actually. What else have I bought? Crazy box. That was crazy, man. Crazy.
It did look pretty crazy.
I'm trading most of that though. I'm giving it away. Charity and that.
Awesome. Charity now. Charity case.
Thanks.
How much have you spent, you maniac?
£70.
70.
70.
On what?
Charlie wins the money.
On a crazy box, which was crazy, dodgy
You
dealings.
paid £70 for your crazy box.
No, there's more.
I think you want to go back to the shop with that.
Purchased Loca. Else did I purchase? Best Buy. And I also purchased some, we'll call it Battles All Terrain, Mantic doing. Got us some of that to review.
So
the P's or you Infinity.
70.
70.
£10.
You only spent £10, Spud. What did you get?
Mantic Lady team, an MVP, loads of elves, and a Dread Bull team.
Everyone seemed to pass their elves onto you, didn't they? What are you going to do with them all?
No, sell them on eBay.
Open up your own elf shop.
Open my own Chili Morgan's elf shop. Give them away.
Give away one set of elves with each Chilling Wargamers thong.
No, we're not doing that.
Not again.
No, never, ever.
I'm still waiting to purchase mine. I was waiting for payday and then he took it off the shop.
I told you there was demand for it.
I don't even mind modelling it for these shops.
But I just want to say I played 4 games of Loca today and not lost one. Just saying.
I'm not even saying a word.
You know who did lose very early? To somebody who was playing his first game.
Chess Club.
Somebody round about these
Chess
parts
Club
here.
7.
Kind of left you in the lurch, didn't he?
Yeah, well, no, in Loca, if you're not with the right teammates, you can find yourself out in the middle of nowhere. In the woods, lost. No backup, nothing.
So you know what you want to come with next year?
The look of shame.
You needed good teammates in Loca.
So we're going to look at the stuff that I acquired at the Mantic Open Day. On arrival, we were given goodie bags. The value of the contents in the goodie bag far surpassed the price that we paid to enter, and there was even a money off voucher for use in the Mantic shop, so that was nice. Now, because the contents of the bags was just a random selection of sprues and models, people did start trading them among themselves to get stuff that they actually wanted rather than items for games they may not be into. So here's what I ended up with. I don't remember exactly what I started with. So, got these Undead Revenant sprue. It's going to come in very handy for my Undead Legions. A couple of bags of Abyssal Dwarves for Kings of War. Very evil looking, I'm sure I'll find some use for them. They are pretty cool. I ended up with a whole pile of Angels. They're also Kings of War. I've seen some pretty sweet conversions for these guys where people have made them into undead things, so I may give that a go. We shall see. Anyway, next. Now, I have a Forge Father team already for Dreadball. Well, I got these bags here, containing some other Forge Father players. I am pretty sure that some of these guys here are the new poses. So that's nice, because I only have the old ones. That's pretty much everything I got for free. So, I took my Mantic points along, and here's what I got with it. Dr. Simmons for Dead Zone. This is the coolest looking model, I think, at the level of 15 Mantic points. So I grabbed that. And then, on to things that I purchased. First of all, I got this Dreadball team, these delightful little cheeky monkeys. Look at that. They're very, very tiny. Comically so, almost. You can see them there. Look how tweeny they are. Lovely, I'm looking forward to using them. And of course, since I bought a Dreadball team at the open day, there was a free MVP with each team. So I got the Forge Father's Painmaster Uric. There were 2 Forge Father MVPs, but I like the look of this one more. It's pretty cool. And then, finally, I grabbed this bad boy. The Dreadball Season 3 Rulebook. Because I'm going to be using the monkeys, I might as well have their rules. Makes sense, doesn't it? And also, the newest version of the rules will come in handy. So, look forward to seeing some Dreadball action in the very near future. And that's everything. Apart from the feeling of warmth and community spirit that I brought back with me, which isn't really tangible, so I can't show that on camera. Hello. I'm going to give you some of my thoughts on the Mantic Open Day, as well as recapping my experiences a little bit. So, after about 3.5 hours sleep, I was awake bright and early, preparing my breakfast, fueling myself up for the day. Then, at around about 7, I was picked up by Mr. Stevie, the maniac himself. Took us a fair while to get there. We stopped along the way, so he could get some breakfast. I'd already eaten, of course, because I plan these things ahead. And then, as we were eating, in fact, as we were coming out to leave again, we saw Spud and Dan driving in to exactly the same place we'd stopped. by sheer coincidence, they didn't know we had stopped there. We were supposed to meet them down there at the event, so we went back in there with them while they were eating their breakfast. KFC was closed though, so Spud wasn't too pleased about that. And then, as if that wasn't strange enough, who do we see in there but YouTube legend Sinzaran wearing a Chilling Wargamers hoodie? And he wasn't even going to the event. That just shows you the influence of Chilling Wargamers. People are just wearing our stuff even when they're not intending to go out and meet us. That's how big we're getting now. So then Spud and Dan followed us, or we followed them, depending who was in front, down there the rest of the way to Mantic HQ. Presented with our lovely swag bags at the door, which, as I mentioned before, well eclipsed the price of admission in the first place. So that was a nice touch. Went inside, met the various industry legends on hand, like Mr. Ronnie, Mr. Alessio, the legend himself. Then, I pretty much went straight for the Giant Kings of War games since I wanted to get my undead stuff on there, and have a go at that. Laid out my vast number of skeletons and zombies, and joined in with that game. I think within the first 15 minutes or so I had pretty much all the essential rules down. That is a very, very simple game. In fact, I think I'm going to do a video explaining why that game's so simple and why I would recommend it to people who are trying to get people from not playing a game of that scale into it. Because, as most people know, I've been playing Warhammer for quite a long time, which is fine. It's fine for someone who is familiar with the rules, but breaking somebody into it is a daunting prospect, because there's so much cross-referencing between stats and digging through the book for special rules that then lead to other special rules, so it's not the easiest to get someone into. Kings of War just seems really, really easy, so I'm definitely going to try playing that a few more times. Smaller scale though, because the game was a little bit big, so there was a lot of downtime during it for each player. And also, I didn't realise at the time, but they were planning to bring lots of reinforcements on to make the game last all day. And obviously I didn't want to be playing the same thing all day when there was so much other stuff going on. So I ended up ditching that with about an hour and a half left in the day, I think, to do some other stuff. And also, in the middle of the day, we attended the seminar, which was very educational. We heard about all the upcoming games and Kickstarters and what the future holds for Mantic, and it sounds pretty sweet to me. Towards the end of the day I did play a single game of Locker, and it was over very, very swiftly because of my sheer tactical brilliance, which you would have seen earlier in the video. I saw that opportunity and I grabbed it firmly by the gonads. In hindsight, I would have spent less time playing the Giant Kings of War game, probably, because once I had the gist of the rules, I didn't really need to see it through as long as I probably did. The people were very nice though, teaching us how to play. Several of us didn't have any idea what we were doing, and there were a few veteran players there, a few official Mantic people, teaching everyone the various aspects of the game. So it was a very nice, friendly atmosphere. So yeah, I would probably ditch that game a little bit sooner and then gone off and tried other things. There was a lot of people that I saw in the background that I recognised in the room, but because I was in the middle of this game I didn't get a chance to go and talk to them, and then I just didn't see them again for the whole day, even though it was only a small place. I don't know where people were disappearing to. And then of course I did my little bit of shopping, which I've already showed you. Didn't spend that much money at all. Got plenty of stuff. Can't go wrong with that. So yeah, I think we'll definitely all be going next year as well, whenever they next do one of these, because it was a pretty sweet experience. Next time I probably wouldn't go for the big Kings of War game. Hopefully if I've got my Dreadball skills to a reasonable level by then, I might like to enter the Dreadball tournament. That's something I wouldn't mind taking all day. That's a game I'm really into. Who knows, I might be more into Dead Zone by then. Still got them sitting on the table here, waiting to be primed. My starter box. Also, I just finished assembling my little monkey men for Dreadball. I'm going to give you a little size comparison here. Put this next to a dude from Dead Zone. Look at that. That is smaller than a goblin. Aren't they wonderful? It'll be all the more enjoyable when they're smashing people's faces in. I've been looking at the rules for them, they do seem very fun to use in the game. So, I'm sure you'll be seeing some Dreadball action pretty damn soon. Anyway. Ooh yes, on the way home, I think I fell asleep most of the time. We were listening to some Horus Heresy CD, I think, so that's probably why I fell asleep. Ta-ta for now.